In the quiet town of Grayridge, every window has curtains, but not all of them are closed for privacy. Grayridge, Oregon, population 3,142. The kind of town where everyone waves, even if they don't like you. A town so quiet you could hear your neighbor's radio through the walls, or the sound of something darker when the night settles in. Ethan Cole moved here 2 months ago, a 34-year-old audio engineer from Portland, running from a messy divorce and looking for silence. He rented an old cabin on the edge of town, surrounded by woods and an empty field that stretched for miles. It was peace, until the silence started to sound wrong. Every night at exactly 2:37 a.m., Ethan would wake to the faint crackle of static from his baby monitor, one he used only to test his sound equipment. Through the noise, he'd hear footsteps, soft, pacing, stopping, then pacing again. He thought it was just interference. But the next night, he recorded it. When he played it back in the morning, he froze. Between the static, a whisper slipped through the speakers. "You shouldn't have come here." The voice was female, distant, scared. He went into town that morning, asking around casually. The locals stared when he mentioned the cabin. Old man Derry at the diner muttered, "That place ain't rented in years. Last tenant vanished." Ethan laughed it off. Vanished sounded like one of those stories small towns told to keep kids inside at night. Still, that night, when he checked the baby monitor again, the voice returned. Louder this time. "Please, find me." He drove straight to Sheriff Miles, a broad man with a polite smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. Ethan played the audio clip on his phone. The sheriff listened quietly, then said, "You been under a lot of stress lately, Mr. Cole? Grayridge is safe. You're just hearing things." But Ethan was hearing things. Not just through the monitor now. He'd started hearing faint whispers even when walking downtown, at the post office, at the diner, at the gas station. Every time he'd catch fragments. He's listening. He knows now. Don't let him record. He started keeping a notebook, logging what he heard, where, and when. After a week, he noticed a pattern. The whispers weren't random. They formed a circle, surrounding the town, like something invisible was closing in. One night, desperate for answers, Ethan turned all his recording equipment on, every mic, every sensor, and stepped outside his cabin at 2:30 a.m. The woods were still, cold. He called out softly, "Who are you?" The reply came instantly, not through the air, but through his headphones. "You shouldn't have come here." The same voice. But now, another joined it, a man's voice, closer. "She told you to leave. Now you'll stay." His flashlight flickered. He turned toward the trees and saw a figure, pale and motionless, standing behind the pines. He ran back inside, slammed the door, and locked it. Every speaker in the cabin burst alive, hissing static, overlapping whispers, dozens of voices now. "We hear you, Ethan. We've always heard you. Welcome home." Then, silence. He woke at dawn, lying on the floor. The power was out. His recorder was still running, red light blinking. When he checked the audio, it played for hours. Nothing but faint breathing. And a single word repeated at the end, "Listen." He packed his bag, jumped in his car, and drove out of Grayridge. Or so he thought. The road twisted for miles, but somehow, every route brought him back to the same gas station at the edge of town. The attendant smiled, same as before. "Back so soon?" Ethan tried again, and again. That was 3 weeks ago. Now no one's seen Ethan Cole since October 3rd. His cabin stands empty. But every night, folks say if you tune your radio to 103.7 FM, you can hear faint static, and a voice whispering, "You shouldn't have come here."